Ooh, we just made 800 coins. Not too shabby. Welcome, guys. Welcome to Palia. And today I want to talk about very important topic, which probably the most asked question for everybody who's playing Palia. How do I make money? How do I make a lot of coins? Because this game, let me tell you, this game you need coins for everything. Some of the upgrades are ridiculously expensive, like 100,000 coins, like, for example, to get the final, the iron chest recipe, to build your house, to even get sections and rooms, you're gonna need hundreds of thousands of coins. So it is a very important question. How to get money in Palia. And most of the advice that I see online when people ask this question is hunting. What's the best money-making method in Palia? Hunting. Everybody's saying hunting. It's like the easiest money in the game. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to completely disagree with this. I don't think hunting is the best money-making method by far. I don't even think it's the best money-maker method in the early game. In this video, I'm going to try to give you some tips and show you some methods, some alternatives to hunting that could be more up your alley and might be way more enjoyable to you. And first of all, let me show you how much money I made so far. If you go to accomplishments, if you check out gotta get paid, I made almost 150,000 coins, which, my god, the final achievement is 100,000 gold. That is insane. That is insane. 100 million gold. I hope to hit that number one day. But for now, I think I'm doing pretty well. I pretty much maxed out my farming plot. I have bought a lot of crafting licenses. I have bought some home extensions. I bought a lot of stuff. I got like most of the recipes, most of the exclusive tools. I spent a lot of money in this game, but I also make a lot of money. And trust me, hunting, I have not made much money from hunting compared to some other money-making methods. So what is the best money-making method in the game if it's not hunting? Well, I can't give you the straight answer, obviously, but in my opinion, every single profession can result in a good money-making method. And let's start with fishing. Fishing can be a decent money-making method just from catching fishes and potentially selling them, or maybe turn them into food and then selling them. But there is one more use for fishing that not many people consider as a money-making method, and it's a worm farm. Worm farm is unlocked at fishing level 3, which is very easy to get. You can literally grind it out in 30 minutes. And once you get a worm farm, you unlock infinite possibilities for making money. Now in Palia, based on what you put into your worm farm, you're gonna get a different outputs. The regular worm farm gives you, there's two outcomes. One can give you worm and 9 quality up, worms and quality up fertilizer, or worms and harvest up fertilizer. Now, each worm costs 5 coins, each quality up fertilizer costs 2 coins, and each harvest up fertilizer costs 5 coins. It takes an hour to produce, basically to compost one item. So how do you make money with this? I've been doing a lot of testing. I have found a spreadsheet online. I can link it in the description if you guys want to check it out. Basically, all the outcomes, what are you gonna get depending on what you put in a worm farm. And the best thing that I found, the easiest money that you can make with a worm farm is gonna be mushrooms. You put regular mountain morels. Now, how do you actually make money? So take a look. The value of the mushroom itself is 8 coins. So if you were to sell a mushroom, you would get 8 coins. But what you can do instead is put it in a worm farm. And in 1 hour, instead of 8 coins, you're actually gonna get, let me tell you exactly, you get 3 worms and 8 fertilizers. So it's gonna be 15 coins from worms and 16 coins from fertilizer, 31 coins. Subtract 8 and you are left with 23 coins in an hour you made from just putting the mushroom, instead of selling it directly, just putting it in the worm farm. And it only works for, like, it doesn't matter if it's a star quality or the regular quality. I would still put both of them because it's profits no matter what. If you run around and gather a lot of mushrooms, just put them in your worm farm and you're gonna almost quadruple the value of your mushrooms. So there is also another way is to go to Zaki's, and he actually sells mushrooms. So you can buy in general store mushrooms for 16 coins, which still gives you extra 15 coins per hour that you can make using your worm farm. It might not sound like a lot. You can probably make way more money hunting deer, but imagine you have 10 of these worm farms. That's 150 coins per hour, and it's completely passive. Since it takes an hour to process one mushroom, and you can load it up to 30 mushrooms, it means you can leave it for 30 hours, and you're gonna come back to loads and loads of money. One of these machines, if using mushrooms, if you buy mushrooms, it's gonna be less profits, obviously, but if you gather mushrooms, it's gonna be more profits. So 24 mushrooms, let's say worst case scenario, 15 coins profits per mushroom. In 24 hours, you are making, oh boy, math is hard, 360 coins. 360 coins per day, per machine. So if you have 10 of these, you're making 3,600 coins absolutely passively. You can still go hunting while these machines are working. And you can make 3,600 coins every single day absolutely passively and easy. But this is not the best method. It's just an example how you can make money. There's lots of other things you can put in the fertilizer, in the worm farm to fertilize, and I haven't found anything that makes sense to actually give you very good profits compared to just selling the item. But I will be doing more research in the worm farm. I want to unlock the glow worm farm, and then we'll see, maybe we can cook something up. But for now, the best thing to put in there is going to be mushroom. Another decent thing to put in the worm farm is going to be a sweet leaf. If you have a lot of these, instead of just selling them directly, put it in the worm farm. It's going to double it in value. So instead of 15 coins, you're going to get 30 coins worth of materials. Pretty much exactly the same profits as the mushrooms. Garlic, wild garlic, pretty much the same thing. It's going to give you 32 coins worth of materials, so it can double, basically getting 17 coins per hour from wild garlic. But once again, these have to be gatherable. So a lot of stuff that you're gathering that you would probably sell without doing anything with it, you just sell it as is, you can just throw into the worm farm and double its value, which in my opinion is a good money-making method. I'm going to be making a whole separate video on the best things to put in the worm farm. This video is just about the concepts. It's not about exact numbers. So look at the spreadsheet, make some math, see how much you can make selling the worms and fertilizer you get from it, and see if it makes sense for you to compost or just sell directly. A lot of things actually make sense to compost, and I just gave you a few examples. Now, another really good money-making method is foraging. And you'll be surprised. You can make as much or even more money from foraging as you could from hunting. And why is this? Well, hunting, my biggest problem with hunting is that it's very stagnant. It basically doesn't evolve. As soon as you get your standard arrow, which is usually pretty quickly, and you can one-shot Cernax, you will not increase your productivity. You will not increase your profits. If you get better arrows, you're still going to be getting the same stuff. It still takes one shot to kill a deer. It still takes multiple shots to kill an elder or the other one, the fancy deers. Basically, hunting will not get better the stronger you get. However, gathering gets way better, because as you get your exquisite axe, you can literally kill these big trees. Like the biggest trees, you can kill them in 4 shots. 4 shots, and what we're getting is, I just got 19 coins worth of resources from one tree. That's about the same amount you get from a deer. And if you are in a very populated forest, you can be cutting down the trees way faster than you can be putting down deer, and you'll be making the same money. You can even take it even further. If you go to Bahari Bay and you do this with pine trees instead of regular trees, and you get hardwood instead of regular wood, what you can do after is to put all your hardwood into the sawmill. And as you see, hardwood plank costs 2 gold, while the hardwood costs 1 gold. So you can literally double the value, the price of your hardwood by turning it into planks before selling. There's no point to turn regular wood into planks because it's literally the same price. And flow infused plank I would not sell unless you somehow manage to get way too much, but this thing is useful for a lot of things, so probably shouldn't be used for money at all. But yeah, turn all of your hardwood into planks and then sell it, and you are gonna be getting literally, like, for each big pine tree, you're gonna be getting around 40 coins per tree, which is way more than you would be getting for deers. And also, while you're going from tree to tree and you're just traveling, making a route, you can pick up things on the floor like mushrooms, sweet leaf, flowers. And my god, flowers, like in foraging, sells for ridiculous amount of money. Just take a look how much you can make selling forageables. You can get 15 for briar daisy. You can get 24 for corals. Emerald carpet moss, 18, and there is a lot of it. For example, the most common flower in the game, the sundrop lily, sells for 10 coins. 10 coins for just clicking a mouse while you're going from tree to tree. Sweet leaf, 15 coins. Like, you can make insane money doing a foraging route in a highly populated forest with a bunch of forageables around you. You can make way more than hunting, in my experience. So if you are not a fan of hunting, or if you want to spice up your routine, add some foraging and tree cutting into it. It's gonna surprise you how much money you can make. All right, let's talk about the favorite of mine, and the one that I feel like a lot of people are neglecting: farming. Now, to get farming, you're limited by 9 slots. You can only get 9 plots, like the soil, from Badru. But the thing is, that's all you need. 9 is enough to make absolute crazy bank. And now, let me give you a few tips about making money from farming. It's not as straightforward as you think. First of all, I'm not going to talk about the layout of the farm. It's not the topic of this video. I'm experimenting with a couple different layouts to maximize the efficiency. My tip in today's video is not going to be about the farm efficiency. It's going to be how to maximize the profits from your farm. So basically, you harvest all of your stuff. You have a bunch of crops. Some of them are gold crops. Some of them are regular crops. And you would probably go to your shipping bin and sell them, right? Wrong. That's not how you make money from farming. Instead, use these: a seed maker and a preserve jar. These things can maximize the profits you do from farming by a lot. I actually did some spreadsheets, and once again, my spreadsheets are pretty raw right now. I don't have like full numbers for you, but from what I've tested so far, the best crops to put in the preserve jar are gonna be blueberries. If you want to make money if you have blueberry bushes, you can make decent money from blueberries. The next best one is gonna be potato. Basically, you get around 25 coins per hour of pure profits. And by profits, I mean I literally subtract the price of everything that went into it. So per each blueberry, you gain extra 25 coins per hour from not selling it, but from putting it into the preserves. You can pickle anything you want. However, you can get similar profits, very similar profits, from tomato and potato, and also onion, if you put it into the seed maker. The things that don't make sense to put into seed maker are blueberries and carrots. You're making way more money from blueberries and carrots if you put them in the preserve jars. Everything else, What I do with preserve jars, with seed makers, I put pretty much stuff that you cannot put in a preserve jar. I put cotton, I put rice, I put wheat, I put sometimes potatoes, sometimes tomatoes if I need to make more seeds. Never sell crops in a shipping bin. Sell preserves or jams or pickles or seeds. And let me tell you why. Look at this, for example. Potato. You can sell one potato for 45 coins. But if you put it into seed maker, you can make it into 4 potato seeds, which are going to be 80 coins. So you just made 45, 80. You made 35 coins in about hour and a half. So it's about 25 coins per hour. That is a decent profit. It's about the same profit as you would make if you put potatoes in a preserve jar. So just use your, like, whatever you want to do. It doesn't matter. Same with tomato. Well, tomatoes, you literally basically just... The tomato itself costs, like, what, 23? And the seeds cost 40. So you are almost doubling the price in less than an hour. So it's a really good method to increase the profits from your produce. So always have as many seed makers and preserve jars as you can handle. Like for my maxed out farm, like I cannot, like these, even running 24/7, they cannot handle all of the produce that I'm collecting from my farm. So I have to sell some items directly. And what I do, I would sell the regular crops, because if you make, for example, if you make a preserve, so how does the star quality work? It's basically base price multiplied by 50%, extra 50%. So if you put a star quality ingredient into preserve jar, you're gonna get a star quality gem. And if you just do the math, the margins are higher on star quality items, both for preserves and seeds. So if your farm is producing way more crops and that you can handle in all of your preserve jars and seed makers, then sell the regular ones and keep the star ones to put into the machines. So I would just sell like the regular seeds, I mean the regular crops, like these tomatoes I would sell, but I would keep all the star quality ones to turn into high quality resources. Okay, so these are my 3 favorite moneymaker methods. I'm probably going to be taking down these worm farms and making more preserve jars or seed makers, because the margins are just much better on these. And since I have this full farm that supplies me with insane amount of produce that I can just increase my profits on, it just makes more sense for me to have more seed makers. But if you want, if you don't do much farming, then maybe doing stuff like worm farms for all your gatherables. Just put 10 of them, 15 of them, as many as you can handle. And the thing that you need to remember is that you are going to need crafting licenses if you want to place more and more crafters. And it makes sense, because if you could just put unlimited of those, you would be able to make millions per hour. You would just load up, like you would craft 1,000 worm farms, would buy thousands of mushrooms from Zekis, 1,000 machines making 15 coins per hour. It's 15,000 coins per hour. It's ridiculous. So you are definitely going to want to invest some gold back into expanding your operations. In my opinion, the production, the crafters, is the end game moneymaker. The more crafting slots you have, the more money you can be making passively while you're doing other things. Like, you can still do active things to make money, but if you have a passive backbone in your base that are just producing money, whether you're sleeping in real life, whether you're going out hunting or foraging, making some additional income, it's very important to have a powerful production at your base for that supplemental income. So as you start playing, in my opinion, instead of wasting your gold on stuff like I don't know, house expansions or getting recipes that you don't really need, what I would do, I would put all my money, I would go into the city hall and I would put all my money in crafting licenses. As you see right now, it does go up in price a lot the more you buy them. And I'm currently at the point where my next crafting license is 10,500 coins. And what am I gonna do? I'm gonna buy it. Holy crap, the next one is 12,000. That hurts. That hurts, but I want to have the most powerful operations in my base that will be making me passive income every second of the day. So for me, it's definitely worth it. Okay, I have 8 minutes on this fabric that I need to craft another preserve jar. Maybe I should go for the seed maker. Seed maker is much cheaper to craft, but I already have 6 of them and only 4 preserve jars. If I were to take down these 4 worm farms, I'm gonna have a lot more seed makers. So right now, I could potentially be making, let's just calculate, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and plus extra one that I just purchased. I could have 15 machines basically producing the crops that I collect from my farm. And let's say minimum income you can make from one machine is 25 coins. That's like minimum. And that's like income over the sell price of the item. So that's like pure profit that you're making instead of selling the item. So I don't know why I exclude the price of the crop. Let me redo these calculations. This is dumb. No, actually it makes sense. So basically 25 is the amount of money you're making on top, like more than if you would just sell whatever produce you got directly. So if I have 15 machines that are making me additional 25 coins per hour, at least if I'm doing the star crops, it's gonna be around 30 coins. But let's take 25. 25 multiplied by 15 is gonna be a lot. Wait, 375 coins per hour. Multiply this by 24 because these can be working 24/7. You just need to set them around once a day, some of them maybe twice a day, and it's 9,000 coins. 9,000 coins per day. Absolutely passively. That is insane. That is an entire maxed out backpack in less than a week from passive income. And it's not completely passive. You still need to replant stuff on your farm, water things, so it's not completely passive. Again, if you want completely passive, the only 100% passive money making method I could find right now is buying mushrooms from Zekis and then putting them into worm farms. If I had 15 worm farms and I was making 15 coins per hour absolutely passively, I would be making 225 coins per hour, which would be, let's see, per day it would be 5,400 coins. Once again, 5,400 coins completely passive. Like the only thing you need to do is go into the Zeki store and buy like 1,000 mushrooms. And then you just reload your machines every day. It takes like 15 seconds. That is like as passive as you can currently get in this game. And I would still be making 5,400 per day. That's pretty damn impressive. Okay, another bonus money-making tip. So first of all, fabric thing, it's not that great. Like, unless, I mean, it always makes... If you have one standing around not doing anything, just throw all your cotton and leather in there. You get small margin. You get like 2 extra coins per 5 minutes. It might be worth it. Cotton, you never put starter ingredients in here because you're just gonna waste it. But basically, fabric is 48 and cotton is, I want to say 45. So you get like 3 coins per 8 minutes. Not really great profits. However, there's one machine that can make you good profits, especially if you're doing a lot of mining. Instead of selling your rocks, your stone, what you can do is to convert all of your stone into glass panes, and then convert all your glass panes into glass bulbs. That is incredible money-making method, because take a look what you can accomplish. So in total, it's going to take you 8 minutes to make a glass pane. You need 2 of these, so 16 minutes plus 26 minutes. So every 36 minutes, you can turn 20 stone, which is going to sell for 20 coins. You can turn it into the light bulb, which is going to sell for 34 coins. So it's about 28 coins per hour. Maybe 25. It's basically the same amount of money as you get from farming. But if you like mining a lot, mine lots of rocks and then just turn them into light bulbs. And that's going to be your alternative. Like, you can literally make money doing anything in this game. Fishing, mining, foraging, farming. I don't think you can make money cooking, though. I don't think cooking is actually worth it, especially if you're not doing farming. Like, there's better ways to turn ingredients into money than cooking, in my opinion. But if you do want to level up your cooking skill, you can sell your meals and get pretty much the value back of your ingredients if it's something you want to do. Alright, got my final fabric. Let's make another preserve jar that cost me over 10,000 coins to even be able to place, which should pay for itself. Basically, invest all the money I got from all my machines in one day into my next machine. So I think it's worth it. We're gonna dump some star potatoes in here, and we're turning 45 coins into 68 coins in less than an hour. Now that's making money with your head, not with your hands. I love it. Alright guys, I hope you learned something from this video. Once again, I'm not saying hunting is a bad money-making method, but I feel like setting up your production on your base is very important, and I would invest most of your money. Like, the only things I would spend money on probably would be like upgrading your tools and unlocking useful recipes, buying some farm plots, but everything else I would put into the crafting licenses and increase my productions at home so I can make passive income. And then in the future, you'll be able to just make 10 grand per day just doing nothing and invest that into a fancy room or some nice furniture. Let me know in the comments if you found this video helpful, and if you have any ideas on what do you want to see covered in Palia in the future. If you have any questions at all about the game, any tips, any topics that you want me to make a video on, let me know. And thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. Huge thanks to all of our supporters. Thank you, Natalie Clark, Amanda Davis, Peter Rowe, Quint's Cozy Corner, and Itzka, our awesome demigods. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day, and goodbye.